Probably one of the more adventurous and iconic projects is the Dubai Palm Islands, aimed at increasing the coastline of Dubai by constructing 3 man-made islands in the shape of palm trees: Palm Jumeirah, Palm Jebel Ali, and Palm Deira. Initiated in the early parts of the 2000s at a mass scale by Nakheel Properties, it was set to provide luxury residential, commercial, and entertainment spaces that would boost tourism and real estate markets. The Palm Islands were developed in an effort to churn out Dubai's innovative power and creative engineering and thus redefine the waterfront of this city, cementing it as one of the world's leading destinations. Although it is visually spectacular, it suffered from too many issues that made it less than a complete success. The newer among them, especially the Palm Jumeirah, was highly popular due to its palm tree-like structure, which was a testament to the wonders that Dubai can create, a record engineering marvel that received praise internationally. Dubai marketed the islands as ultra-luxurious tourist and residential destinations with 5-star hotels and resorts. This gave it the needed attention from high-profile investors and tourists who arguably came for both business and sightseeing, as well as a chance to own a part of this class elite city. The Palm Islands were also Dubai's way of diversifying the economy and reducing its dependence on oil. It was this vision of the future that attracted international investors and the mindsets that eventually led Dubai to massive development. The people's allure was further heightened by the purchase or acquisition of properties on the islands by high-profile celebrities and influential personalities. Media propaganda also played a vital role in enhancing the big picture, attracting attention to the islands. Located in the Persian Gulf, the islands provide beautiful ocean-facing scenery and easy accessibility to the bustle of the city of Dubai, a blend of sea and sand that supposedly provided the best of both worlds. But slowly, it became clear that the Palm Islands weren't all that they were cut out to be. For example, significant environmental issues were reported during the construction of the Palm Islands of Dubai because of the project's scale and extremity. The natural environment along the coast and ocean was harmed during the construction. To create islands, a lot of sand and rocks were moved to be added to the seabed. This process, called dredging and filling, affected habitats such as coral reefs and fish breeding grounds. Huge amounts of clay and fine particles of sand were stirred up by the construction, which later settled in the water. The construction of the islands altered the natural movement of water in the ocean, potentially affecting how sand and other objects shift along the coastline. In the absence of currents and tides, there is no other force left to deposit the coastside materials, a function which is crucial to healthy beaches and marine ecosystems. Furthermore, the quantity of materials needed for the construction, in particular sand and rocks, became an issue in regards to their availability and negative impact to the environment. Mining and export of such products has impacts on the geography of the region as well as the ecosystems. To counter the difficulties mentioned above, EIAs, that is, environmental impact assessments that evaluate the environmental effects of a proposed project or development before it begins, were made. Artificial reef systems and marine habitat restoration projects were provided to compensate for the ecological effects of the Palm Islands construction. Nevertheless, the project remains an object of criticism for the consequences it has on the environment and sustainability. The global financial crisis of 2008 also greatly affected Dubai's Palm Islands that were the flagship project for the Emirates' real estate and tourism master plan. With the restriction of credit in global financial markets, investors' confidence began to dwindle, which in turn caused property prices and the demand for luxurious settlements around the globe to reduce drastically. This affected Dubai greatly as it depended largely on the foreign investment and the revenue that was generated from tourism. Concerning the Palm Islands in general, the 2008 period entailed practical changes in construction and development cycles. Construction phases were held up and new construction timetables were affected. Several large-scale works, such as the high-end hotel and residential establishments proposed for the island, were hampered due to lack of funding, and many had to be delayed or downsized. As real estate began to take a hit, Dubai's economy, which also heavily relied on real estate, took a beating. The country had to rethink its economic strategies, and this meant a shift away from the real estate market to other sectors such as finance, technology, and trade to create a more balanced economic structure. This forced a halt on the Palm Islands project as the government focused its limited resources elsewhere. Eventually, the economy would begin to recuperate and the government would bring back its focus to the Palm Islands. The lack of suitable support structures and development can also be included in the list of the reasons for the failure of Palm Islands. Firstly, the actual development in many cases was ahead of the growth of required infrastructure, and the resulting problems included lack of proper transport connections, improper water and sewage systems, inadequate electricity, and poor telecommunications services. With these faults in infrastructure, there were questions raised regarding the day-to-day usage and functionality of the project by residents and other people of interest. Additionally, maintaining the artificial islands and their structures required significant capital investments and specialized expertise. Environmental factors such as exposure to saltwater, the hot desert climate, and other conditions necessitate special maintenance to prevent erosion and structural decay. However, at times, these maintenance efforts have hindered the achievement of the intended goals, raising concerns about sustainability and the island's ability to withstand disasters. The infrastructural deficits have impacted on the island's success as the tourists' ultimate destination. Problems like traffic jams, lack of public facilities, and inequality of service have reduced the attractiveness of the islands and possibly limited the island's financial growth. To overcome these challenges, constant investment in infrastructural development and a solid maintenance policy needs to be implemented so as to bring life back into the Palm Islands. Analyzing the lessons of the Palm Islands project's failure in Dubai will assist in further development of urban planning and give a more experienced blueprint for other mega projects. The first general conclusion which can be formed from the analysis of the research results is the necessity of rational planning and the gradual implementation of the concept. With regards to the business side of the Palm Islands, the ambitious and extremely fast rates of growth put pressure on the infrastructure and economy to keep up. In essence, the country wasn't ready to handle the Palm Islands. This was further intensified during times of crisis and periods of economic fluctuations. Another key area is that of the environment and its protection. Concerning the marine environment and the coastal areas, the outcome of the project revealed the necessity for enhanced environmental consideration and sustainable development principles. Focusing too much on economical objectives often leads to consequences for the ecosystem, something that affects the sustainability and acceptability of the project among the stakeholders. In addition, the management of people's expectations and communication is also a crucial factor. Challenges like delayed timelines, increasing costs, and infrastructural problems diminish the public confidence and the related investments. As it concerns the project's stakeholders, it is crucial and necessary to be clear on timelines, issues, and risks which may be an influential element in gaining or losing support. Finally, the case of the Palm Islands is also suitable to stress the need to diversify economic initiatives. Reliance on real estate and tourism exposed the city of Dubai to economic shifts in the global market. Investing in other sectors and financial instruments helps to act as a shield against such problems, and thus sustain the economy and investment portfolios in case of the emergence of crashes in the market. The Palm Islands had the potential to be a great success, but to some extent there was a disconnect between the time it was built in and the technology that was required to support it. But Dubai has bounced back from the Palm Islands project and gone even higher. In fact, today, its infrastructure is famously known as the best in the world, and its unrivaled creations grace the pages of history as the only one of their kind.